Hi everyone, my name's Alex and this is how to survive your first year of medical school. These are just a few things you can do to make it a little bit easier and make your first year as good as it possibly can be. So it can be a really nerve-wracking time in the weeks and months leading up to medical school, and even in the first few weeks of medical school it's all completely new, especially if you've just come from sixth form or a gap year. So the first thing is to keep your notes or questions or whatever up to date and in order and filed well right from the start. And it's probably a good idea to have how you're going to do this sort of worked out really early on, or even before you start, because you don't want to get into that first lecture, start a new Word document or a new page or something and not have it filed properly, and then literally a week in you'll have documents and pages literally all over the place and you've got no idea what you're doing. And then when you come to revise from them or look over them again, they won't be in any order, some will almost certainly be missing, and you'll have to spend such a long time going through them to sort of get them in some sort of logical order, and that's really going to impact your ability to revise later on down the line. So it's up to you how you do this. I'm currently in the process of making a video on how I do it using Notion, and specifically for UEA, because the way UEA structure their course, especially first year, is probably a little bit different from other universities. So it's a little bit funky, a little bit strange, but yeah, I'm going to go through how I do that in a future video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, you really don't want to have to be reorganising everything, making more notes or asking your friends for resources if you've got things missing. So just make sure you've all got it sorted from the start and you know how you're going to organise it. So whether that be in OneNote or Notability or Microsoft Word or Notion, it's up to you really, but make sure it's all there and in order. Second thing is to make sure that there's nothing that you don't understand sort of within each week of learning, because if you don't understand it soon after it's been delivered, then when you come to go over it you really won't understand it because you have no one sort of explaining it to you, and it'll take you a hell of a lot longer to actually go through that content because you'll have to sort of trawl through and try and actually get to grips with it when you've never understood it before. So even if you sort of forget the content, that initial sort of hurdle of actually getting through it and understanding it will be done. So when you come to review it, it'll be a lot quicker. And understanding things also helps us to remember them better as well. And if you can't remember each specific point, at least if you understand it, you can sort of work it out as you go along. And another thing is you really don't want to be on placement being quizzed by a doctor and you not understand something that you really should know, because that's a really awkward situation. So the third thing is not really sort of course related, but make sure you join non-medic clubs and societies, because medics, it gets a little bit cliquey and you sort of get really isolated in your one group of medic friends, and it can be really nice to have a sort of refreshing sort of social life outside of med and have other interests as well. So you'll have like different conversations obviously. So if you're with your one group of med friends, a lot of the time the conversation will link back to something to do with your course or something medical related. So for example, like how placement was or that sort of thing. But if you've got friends from other courses through other clubs and societies, then you'll have varied conversation. It's a really nice break from med, and I find it really helps me de-stress as well. So I'm part of UEA Swimming Club and that's my thing. I'm probably going to be part of UEA rowing next year and maybe triathlon, maybe cycling, we'll see. But it's good to have sort of a broad range of clubs and things that you're going to rather than just med. And that's the same with any university. So my fourth point is just really to enjoy your first year, because the chances are it's going to be the easiest year in terms of sort of content and the load of work that you've got to do for the rest of your medical degree. So make sure you go out, make sure you enjoy it, however that may be, sort of like going out for nights out or doing whatever else it is you like to do. Make sure you enjoy it and socialise lots. Make sure you make the most of freshers, because some of the friends you make in freshers might be friends for the rest of your life, and they can really help you form friends for the rest of your degree anyway. You'll find that the people you meet in freshers are often the people you sit with in lectures or meet up with outside lectures, sort of in the evenings in the bar or something. At the end of the day, as long as you pass it and you haven't got any professionalism problems, you're all good. So as long as you're not turning up to placement like completely hungover or still drunk, you're alright. And if you make sure you do sort of everything in moderation as well, you'll be fine and you'll get enough work done. And if you're worried about not having enough time to do the work and time management, then probably check out one of my previous videos about time management and how you can work more efficiently to allow you to do lots of other things apart from study. In fact, if I had to do first year again, I'd probably socialise a bit more and go out a bit more, because especially in the first term, sort of almost all of my time, apart from going out like a couple of times, was spent either swimming, in the gym, or doing work. That was pretty much it. So first year really is the time to go out and enjoy yourself. But yeah, that's been it. It's a pretty short video. I have another video coming soon, as I said, about how I organise all of my university work on Notion and how I lay it all out, and maybe you'll want to change how you lay all your university work out as well, like that, because it's such a good way to manage everything work related, and it will help you with all the other things that I've talked about in this video already. So stay tuned for that. Check out my previous video, as I said, about time management, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.